Hello. The objective of this short video is to train our colleagues at Gulf Power and Marine how to use the Discuss application. The Discuss application is responsible for the internal communication within ODOO database, within the users of ODOO database, and also responsible for the communication with the colleagues outside the database, outside the establishment, basically the vendors and the customers. How the database, let's open the Discuss application. Okay, this is the Discuss application. We will come back to it. Okay, this is an overview of ODOO Discuss application. Okay, the application has full traceability. Messages are there. They never go out. They never fade or deleted. Okay, so it has full accountability. Okay, also the Discuss application, as I said, has full integration with other applications such as the sales and purchases and accounting. What kind of services this application can provide us? It can provide four kinds of communication. One is internal communication and external communication and scheduling activities. Within the internal communication, we have a private channel chat, we have public channel chat, we have direct messages with users individually, and we have the chatter page communication. The chatter page means like every purchase order, every sales order has one side, which is the chatter section or the page of the purchase order and the sales order. When it comes into communicating with external parties, such as the customers and vendors, and maybe in the future, if we would like to give an access for anybody like an auditor, okay, we can do it through emails, especially for quotations, sales order, purchase order. We can invite an outside party to be part of our chatter page at the purchase order and the sales order. Okay, also we can give them a link to the document, any document. Let's go and open the Discuss application and see how it can help us promote and make the communication within Gulf Power and Marine efficient. The basic objective of this application is managing communication efficiently, effectively, rather than using an outside emails or WhatsApp messages. Okay, so let's go into the Discuss application. Look into the left side of the screen of the Discuss module. Okay, we see we have three addresses here. We will start with inbox. Look here, says no new messages appear here. So whenever we have a new message or a new messages, they will come at this page. Okay, now I have an empty box. So now during our drill, okay, and a training, okay, let's have someone make a message, okay, or an email to another colleague, and we will see what happens at the computer, at the database of the colleague. Okay, you will have some identification here. Okay, and we will have an open box, a pop-up screen, for communication, and we will have the number of inbox messages we have here. Second thing, we have the start. At the moment, we have no start messages. What do we mean by start? Okay, whenever we make a start, like for example, we have this quotation, sales order. Okay, now we have this one is a star and this one here is a star. Supposingly, this one, me as a sales manager or probably an accountant would like to follow up on this issue. It's very, very crucial. Okay, basically follow up okay, and manage. If I put, if I link, if I click on the star, and if I go to Odoo, I will find it here. Okay, I have one. If I take another one, or another sales order, or another purchase order, then the starred messages will be here. If I open, I already opened, if, supposing I was there, but I have like a signal 2 here, okay, 2 messages. I can open up, so I have this thing here, okay, and I can open the sales order and see the chatter. Okay, I can open from here. If I would like them to be taken off completely, I go back into the sales order and just take it off. And if I come back, okay, I see they've been taken off. History, so history means messages in the past that have been read, messages marked as read. Whenever you mark a message that I have read it, okay, will come here. If not, then you will find it somewhere else, huh? like still in your inbox to be read. Okay, the second part of the discuss application here, we have what we call channels, and we have direct messages. Okay, direct messages, when you have a message like from one user to another user. Channels, when you have more than one user. How do we create channels? Okay, let's press on this plus sign, then we will have the this box coming. So I will say this one I would like to form, sorry, I would like to form a private chat, okay, between accounting and sales, for example. Do I want to have it as a public, or do I want to have it as a private? Public, everybody can join. Whenever they see a channel, they're interested, any user within the company, within the establishment, he sees that there is a channel and it's public and I'm interested to join, they will join. If I say private, only invited people who can join. Okay, we can invite from here. We can invite from here, from the settings. Let's go into the settings. Edit. Okay, this is accounting and sales. Here, how we complete this form? We complete this form by the following. If we would like to have the messages also going to our invited people or users through emails, we have to tick. Even if the party is an outside party, like a vendor or a customer. Okay, they can be part of a group as well if we would like them to be. Okay, if we put an email, then we have a new box, which means moderation, or moderate this channel, control this channel. Before any messages go out from any user, it passes it through a manager, someone, a moderator, who can check the message. So if you put here, if you take this one, you will have a new section called moderation, and we have to put the moderator name. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3. Okay, whoever we want them to look into them before those emails going out, these messages going out as emails, okay, to the users, internal users and external users. Supposingly, we want to have the moderator receive a notification message, then we tick this box and we write the message we would like him to get. For example, hello, there is a new message to be approved. Okay, once it reaches him, okay, he can see the message, he can decline, he can refuse, he can approve. Okay, also we can have, for any new user of this channel, we can, if we tick this box, okay, we can send guidelines for the gentleman or the lady, okay, what we want them to behave within this group. For example, hello, welcome, welcome. Sorry, we got to go back to high school. Welcome, please note the followings. Okay, number one, number two, okay. Then this, if we go to page number, this is the main page, the privacy. We do it, we should be doing it before the moderation, but since we tick those boxes, we talked about the moderation. The privacy, this is the control. If you put everyone, this means it is a public. Even if you call it private, it is a public. Okay, because everybody will see it. Everybody is invited. Okay, I don't know whether those people, new people who are not, once they register as a user, they automatically will be added. Okay, if we select invited people only, then we can go to our members. Okay, and I have, my name is here. Okay, and let me choose, like, for example, Mr. Redden. Okay, from sales. And let me choose, for example, Mr. Rowley. Okay, from accounting. This is one way to do it. We can choose those members from the list. Okay, another way to do it also, we can go into some groups. There are groups made by the system. We can make them as well. Any group we can create. For example, I would like to add every gentleman called accounting. Maybe every called sales, for example. Sales, anything for sales people, I would like to invite. Okay. And in this case, I can also department, if I have like department, some groups being like being organized as departments within the system. Okay, and in this case, if you go to members, if I save and go to members, we'll find them all here. Let's check now. Okay, I will just close now, and I'm not gonna go to selected group of users right away. Okay, all groups. Okay, now members, everybody identified as an accounting or sales. Okay, they are invited here because we choose invited, we choose sales and administrators, and we choose accounting and accountant. Okay, they will be part. Okay, also we can auto subscribe departments. If we choose selected groups, then we have to get an some kind of an authorized group. These were established by the system. We can use them. Okay, also, like for example, we can have this one. We can take this one out if we would like. We choose only administration and access. And if we save, and we go to edit, we go to members, we find those also being invited. Okay, now once I establish this private chat channel, okay, and I'm here on it, I'm not at the general, okay, I can communicate to all of them. If I make any message, they will receive it. They will receive it here. Here, sorry. Okay, they can open a dialog box. Okay, they will also have here like inbox, a sign of inbox. Okay, you can use attachment. You can attach. You can use emojis as well, and then you can send. If you send, it will be apparent to them. We can have an exercise within the training now between our colleagues as well. So this is a private channel. How do we know it's a private? Because we have a lock at the left side. Okay, a general. This is a general channel. If I open it up, Okay, if I go to members, okay, I don't know why it's selected, but let me check it out. Let me go back. I don't know. This used to be here in the system before. I did not. I think I did not establish it. Let me. Let me. Even you cannot. I cannot delete, because this one, if I want to delete, I go or unsubscribe. I go and make X. So I will unsubscribe and sec and subscribe. Sorry. Okay, if I hear general, I don't have, I cannot unsubscribe, sorry. So I got to be there. Okay, let me create a public channel. I go this one, then I will add, I will say this is a public channel, or all staff. And I will say it's a public. Let me go to the settings, edit. I find it the same, huh? Okay, this is the previous one. Yeah, this is the previous one, that just if I would like to copy or just, okay, change. Okay, this is, I will say everyone. Okay, moderate if I need to send email, but I need to control those emails. I got to tick the box, moderate this channel. Okay, so and once if I go for everyone and I establish it, okay, I will find everybody. Let me open. I will find everybody, all users. Okay, we have like, I don't know, 30 users should be here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. I don't know whether we're missing any user. They're not enlisted here. Okay, so this is how we create channels. We go back into the discuss application. Now we have covered these ones. We can do exercises during the training on them. Okay, how we get the messages here, and how we have the open dialogue, open boxes, and how we have all the notification through here. Okay, if I would like to send a direct message, as we said, okay, we have a private chat, we have public chat, okay, channel, and we have a direct messages. And this is, we're talking about this direct messages. If I would like to establish a chat with the gentleman, I will add him. For example, I have already added Mr. Abdullah and I added Mr. Redden. I can open, okay, if I would like to have some settings, okay, for renaming, whatsoever, I can open this one. Okay, I can send them a message. So whenever I send a message, if I said good day to you, please look into SO for a Zamil, for example, a Zamil, okay, and I just send it or attach something. Okay, it will be here within the okay, within the messages between me and Mr. Just like a WhatsApp. Okay, it also will appear here. He can open and respond from here, even if the user is on another application. It will show here. Supposedly now they discuss, it will show here. Okay, it will show here, direct messages or chatting or history or emails whatsoever. But if the gentleman, okay, is using another application like the accounting, it will be apparent here. Then we will open, okay, we will open, it will become like a dialogue box. So we are now at the discuss. Supposedly we are at the accounting. Okay, and we have new messages. I don't have any. But if I open this one, I will have a pop-up chat screen. I don't have to go to the discuss application. Okay, now the fourth item with the internal communications is the chatter page. How to use the chatter page. Okay, I will go into okay. This is a sales order, and as we know, we have this chatter. This chatter technically belongs to the discuss application, okay, and we have so much good communication tools here. We can see who's following this sales order. We say that it is me, and it is a customer. Okay, we can add. Okay, we can add new followers. Okay, we can add channels. All the channel can follow up, this sales order. If I click add followers, I can add an outside follower, and I can add anybody. I can add an inside user, a colleague, or from outside I can add. For example, I will add, for example, Mr. Redden. Okay, and I will just add followers. And now I have 3 followers, which is basically the 2 plus Mr. Redden. Okay, if I would like to take them, if I want to unfollow, I just take this one. I will be outside this sales order. I will not be notified of any changes, because what is the reason that you are a follower? Whenever there is a change here, you will get an email and you will get a message at ODOO. Okay, so I can unfollow. Here we have 3 kinds of things. I can send message, okay, to all followers, okay, and I send, and they will receive a notification at their discuss application or here. Okay, I can log a note. I can attachment. I can have attachment. I can send whatever I would like to send. I can log a note. Gentlemen, for example, I say, gentlemen, please do not work on this unless you notify the GM, for example, and I can send it. Okay, now supposing I've sent this message, okay, let's check the discuss application. Okay, I will have already, yeah, I will already have one message here through the chatter. Okay, I will say this is requested from ODOO. Oh, I have a message from them. Sorry. Okay, sorry. So as I said, we have a lag note. Okay, you can lag a note to the sales order. Okay, and if you want to start it, you can start it. A third thing we can do with the chatter is schedule activity, where we can choose what kind of activity we would like to have. Like we have an email, or like, for example, a call. If you make a meeting, you will have a different due date. You will have a calendar, a complete calendar. Okay, open calendar, because you have to specify the time of the meeting. Okay, so we have a calendar. Probably put anything you would like on this time, like this one. Okay, but what is the concern? What is the reason, etc. And you can create. Okay, so we can schedule an activity. As we said, whatever. I can assign this activity to someone, like if I want to send a call, I could have asked my secretary, a junior accountant, or the chief accountant. If I'm the general manager, I would like him to call this gentleman. So the discuss application, it can shorten, it can make things efficient between us and us, and between us and our clients. Okay, we can use anybody, like for example, anybody to call the gentleman. I will choose, for example, just as an example, our friend, our colleague, Mr. Amran. Okay, and I will tell him what the story is. Okay, and I'll give him summary here, if I would like to have a summary, and a schedule. Okay, and he will get a notification here, okay, that he's required to call the client or the vendor. Okay, so on that date, he will receive also here, on the same date, he will receive on the same date that the scheduling, he will receive like a message that today is the day that you should call this customer or this client. Also, whenever if we like to add, okay, an attachment, you can add an attachment to the sales order. For example, like an agreement, for example, like a copy of of the email received from the customer, you know, his acceptance of our quotation, an email from the vendor, whatever we can add here to the sales order or to the purchase order. Now we have covered the 4 items under the internal communications. We'll go to external communication, and we will complete the 3 of 1. The charter page we have discussed, because we can invite the customer or the vendor into the purchase order or the sale order. Here, the email for quotation, this is we have already covered. When we make the quotation, we send it through ODOO. Okay, and then once we receive the the client approval, we establish the sale order. The sales order we can send as well to the customer. Okay, so this we already are familiar with this one. We are already familiar with this one. I will explain this one. Here we have an action. We have a word share. If you put a share, then if you send to the recipient, for example, recipient supposedly is an outside recipient, like my Muhammad Sheikh, my own email at as a customer or as a vendor. Okay, this is vendor Muhammad Sheikh, for example. Okay, okay. If I send, okay, he will receive by email a link. Okay, link where he can open and he will look into the document, like a purchase order or a sales order. He cannot do as I made it clear with Mr. Al-Kharsi. He cannot alter the sales order. He cannot make like issue an invoice. He cannot receive products within the sales order. No, he only have a link to see. Okay, and I can send. Okay, so we have covered this one. Scheduling activity, we have already talked about the scheduling, how we can make scheduling. Okay, we can schedule through the document itself, like the sales order, like the purchase order. You can schedule. Well, 1 minute, I'll come back. Just to go back into the scheduling of the activity, the one I did. Okay, I already had notification. Okay, for today, because it is today. Okay, and usually, you know, as we know, any late thing will come here. Any today thing, action, activity will come here. For the future also, you'll have like 20, 30, 50 future activities, but they will not be counted here up. Okay, you have these ones plus this one, whatever we have, the count will be here. If I open up this one for today, I will get this notification. If I want, I have this message today. okay, meeting, okay. In this case, what I will do, okay, I will just, okay, do the call or do the meeting or whatever activity I have scheduled. Also, one thing that I should bring up, I did not cover, this sign. So whenever there is a communication with ODOO electronically, okay, whenever they want to message a message, their communication system, this is all computer-driven messages, okay, you will receive a note here, okay? And this one, as I said, the activity, that the meeting, I should cancel. So, okay, you see the activities here, with the one I just scheduled, like a meeting, okay, it will become here. It will go out if I complete the mission. Okay, if I complete the mission, I will just, it will fade out because it's already done. Okay. Another point here, when you want to send a message or like a note, okay, we can choose the user outside or inside user. For example, Mr. Radin. Okay, sorry. We can send two options. We can send to everybody following, or we can choose also anybody we would like. Just we put the control and at. Okay, we'll have everybody's email. Anybody's email. Okay, we can bring. Okay, I don't know. We have listed only listed. We have Abdullah. We have Alfred. Okay, we can bring anybody here. We can choose. Okay, plus we can choose, like for example Imran. Okay, and then we write the message. Please send the documents, for example, and we will send. Okay, and they will be messaged. They will get the notification so they can complete. Another thing, if we go into settings, and we go into notification. Okay, I think this one, push notifications, that we need to clarify with Mr. Al-Kharsi. Okay, get notification in Android and iOS application. This is when you want the system to be compatible with your mobile. I think we have to single this out, but we need to further ask Mr. Al-Kharsi on this capability. Also important point, which is inviting a user. This is at the settings application module. Okay, you can invite any internal user or external user. For example, you can invite, for example, anybody. Okay, and then once you also, what you have to do, you have to manage the authority that he has over when you invite him. Let me invite, for example, I think I already invited myself. Okay, now an email will be sent to the invited people, including this me. Okay, and I can specify the what kind of access right he should have. Like for example, we would like him to only get into certain area of the business. Okay, so we will give him the access right. This area we should consult Mr. Al-Kharsi, so we have to be on the safe side. Also, we have also that we just outlined that those invitations by ODOO, they unfortunately they go to the junk mail. So whenever you invite someone inside or outside for anything, okay, just make sure that we inform him. Please check the junk mail as well. Okay. The last thing we need to know is the filters, that we can filter messages. We filter emails. Okay, we can we can choose anything that has a mention of something. Okay, like a name, like an action, a client, a product. We can specifically identify those need an action. They will come to us. Okay, we can filter as well. Okay, we can have a favorite that whenever we open the discuss application, this screen, the favorite screen, will come up to us before we can do anything with the application. Thank you so much and have a good day.